So tonight we're joined by Ed Andrade and John Shara back here. They're Orange County Master Gardeners who specialize in taking care of tools. They do a lot of these workshops for the Master Gardeners. So tonight, John's going to start off by talking about what they're doing, and then they're going to go out to the audience and sharpen your tools. And while you're waiting for your tools to be sharpened, we're going to go to the tasting table back here where we have cherimoya and some other donations. All right, thank you.
Okay, that first part was so wrong. I'm not sharpening your tools tonight. You're sharpening your tools tonight. Ed and I like to teach you to fish. That's what we're going to do. Remember how this felt when it was brand new. Out there, cut through stuff like you didn't even feel it. And the reason it did is because it was clean, it was properly adjusted, and it was sharp. And that's the way you keep your tool. And Ed and I are going to walk you through that. And the way this process is going to work, Joan is going to come up and help you for a second to come up with. The way this is going to work, I'm going to explain the 4 steps that we use. And then we're going to feed through these tables, carry a couple tools with you through the process, and then go back to your seat. We've given you very special and expensive sharpener that Ed and I built with 200 grit paper and some cladding for door screens. This works really nice. Girls are usually really good with this thing because they don't lead in. The nail. Let this thing float across the edge. Get it really sharp. Now we're going to have a test, Joan. What was the first step in my process? Huh? What was it? Cleaning, right? Demonstrate cleaning. Joan is going to take a bottle of scrubbing bubbles. Now you could use anything. We like to use scrubbing bubbles because it's available. It seems to really lift the pitch and everything off the tool. And so we squirt it on, just let it set, works the tool around a little bit, stuff in there. And then she'll pick up a piece of Kratex or a brush, and she will scrub it off.
I forgot to bring you our flyer that we give out to the public, but I'm going to give it to Laura. She's going to send you a copy of it. It's the 4 steps that are involved, also the equipment that you can. You know, we give our Master Gardeners a kit when we start our classes. We give this class. The reason we do that is that we would go out to the orchards and start our pruning. We would end up doing an hour and a half sharpening and cleaning tools, so we didn't have that much time in the orchard. So now they have their kits to sharpen their tools before they come out.
Joan has done a beautiful job of sharpening set of loper. She sprayed it with some bubbles, let it set a little bit, worked it in. She used some Kratex. She used a brush, and then she wiped it off with a little rag, get all that stuff off. Joan, you remember what the second step was? That was step 1. What was it? It's called inspection. She's got to inspect it. And what she's inspecting how close that anvil side of the blade passes by blade set. If you've got a set of blades out there where you've got the anvil bent way out because you tried to take on a 3-piece shank, a little tiny set of lopers, and you bent that thing, I don't care how sharp you make that blade, it's not going to cut. So you want to make sure it's tight. Don't look at it. Is this tight? Okay. Nice close interface here. It's kind of smooth. Yeah. Now you can tighten them. Sometimes you can bend them. You get them lighter. But there. The point is, there's not a close interface here. You're wasting your time sharpening it. Go get something else. Try to sharpen that. Everybody understand that? Nice, tight, close interface, and blade and anvil. John, what's the 3rd step? Did I give you one of these things? Okay. You do. What did you do with the black marker? You put it right on the edge, right? Blade. Yeah, you're gonna run it right down the edge of the blade. Don't forget to mention, you clean the tool, you didn't cut her thumb off, wiping the glue off. Careful with that blade. So she's now making a black mark on the edge of the blade. Joan, why did we do that? Yeah. To file the black right off the edge. Using our little handy dandy special tool here. And just so you can, the stuff comes up, right? Cleans up, start to clean up, right? It's nice, yeah, good. You don't go at an angle, right? We don't go over like this, we don't go up like that. Joan, do we sharpen the anvil side? No, we don't sharpen it. Just the blade side. Since this has only got a chamfer on this side, sharpening that. We're not sharpening the flat side. Now we're using it for like a file or something. We might even roll up a burr, right? Okay. If there was a burr, do what? We run this thing across the back of it, take the burr off, right? Then how would we know that this thing was sharp? Take your fingernail and what? Just touch it, right? If it sticks, what does that mean? If it's smooth, then you sharpen it some more. That was step 3. What was step 4, Joe? We put our bottle of oil. That's going to get it. Where would we put a drop of oil on this particular tool? Maybe we put it right between the two moving parts, right? I knew that. So we put a drop right there. And then what would you do with the tool? Show them. Right. She also happens to have a little brush over there. Put the oil on. So she's working, you're doing great. You got 100% advanced placement. And then what do you do?
We brought you one of our Master Gardener kits that we're going to raffle off for you. It has everything in it: the filed brushes, the oil, rags, and the color the bastard file, the 6-inch file that only works one way, going away from the 3-in-1.
It's machine oil, light machine oil. Now, Joan is going to do the chopping perfect for you. Okay, she's done a beautiful job with this tool. Now, the way this is, thank you, Joan. You're beautiful. Thank you. Yay. Okay, what I want everybody to do, we're going to move this wash bucket. Yes, sir. What? When you come up, I'm going to go personally take that marker off. Okay, what we're going to do
Let me
is
tell
we're going to.
about this, John.
Oh, Ed wants to sell this stuff too.
Okay, for those of you who really have rusted tools or really dirty tools, we use this evaporates. Get it at Harbor Freight. This costs us $8. It's good to the environment. It's on that list, but you keep using it over and over again. You pour it back into the container. If you're gonna do your hand pruners, we pour it so that it's covered. All the meth, you leave it overnight, take it out, it's gonna be black. Wash it off with water, and then you start cleaning it with a scrubbing bubbles and then sharpen it. Then you pour this stuff back into here. I think this is about 3 or 4 years old. I'm still using it. So Harbor Freight, these were really rusted, and look what you can tell here at the bottom. That's the way they all were until we put this on. You would put these in a plastic paint pan and leave it overnight so that it soaks, and then you wash it off and you oil it and sharpen it. But
Okay,
Harbor Freight is the only one I've seen it, where we can get this, and they got different sizes, but all you need is this size, because you keep reusing it over and over.
does everybody understand? We're gonna run through that again. Pick up a couple tools. That's the cleaning station. You're gonna spray off your tools, let them sit there again, use that Cratex, the brush, clean them up, dry them off, take them back to your table. We'll follow you. I'd like to see you, these things work really nice, our little super, or you can use a file. I'll show you how to do that too. You're going to clean it, and then we're gonna get you to run that black mark on the edge, so you can tell when you cleaned up the edge, the light's in here. And when you get those tools sharpened, I want you to come back up. That's the lubrication table right there. You'll put a drop of oil in the moving parts, wipe it, or use that little brush to put a light coat of oil on it. And then good, go get some more tools and over and over. I guarantee that you'll be experts here when you leave. If you got any tools, if you don't have any tools, I'll warn you. Ready to go? Do it. Go for it, guys.
All right, ready to
Spray away.